Hello, my name is Alicia and I'm the group leader for this MPU project called Entrepreneurship. And today, me and my group is going to be presenting of all the findings and results of our Bazaar. I hope you enjoy.
So one of our main ideas was actually to create a sports competition, which was a futsal competition. But the futsal competition has some major issues. One of them being we don't have enough sponsors and we don't have enough help from a very well-known organization, which is
Football Association in Malaysia. And the reason why we need their help is because according to SSD, tournament is doing a tournament there is a possible chances of people getting injured. So they need someone who's expert and certified to able to run this tournament. While we have the idea, we definitely need a facilitator to help us run. And because they couldn't be our partner, therefore we're going to change the whole idea of how we raise the fund. We're going to go with our plan B, which is doing a charity bazaar, which will be the most efficient and effective way to raise funds in a short period of time.
Okay, so after a quick discussion with the group, we decided to come up with plan B. So plan B was to have a two-day bazaar, two-day charity bazaar to raise funds for MMHA, and
basically the bazaar was to be able to work with vendors so that we'd be able to gather some enough funds to be able to donate to MMHA for their causes.
Yeah, in regards to, because Bazaar is all about vendors and shopping, so how we go about it is quickly within 24 hours we plan what type of vendors we want to call, how many expected vendors we need to get to able to meet the minimum target fundraising amount, which is a minimum of 1,500, and thirdly, where do we get these vendors, and fourthly, we start immediately delegating tasks to our group members, how many of us to contact the vendors, follow up with them. And yeah, and our own students also propose to open their own food store, which is Maldivian food store.
Okay, and so once we decided that, we actually agreed on how to make the floor plan, and where actually we need to keep our stalls, so who is where, so that we actually have a better plan of how everything will go to the event.
In this event, I was appointed to be the treasurer. I will be collecting all the rental fee to be as a fund that will be donated to our beneficiary, which is MMHA Malaysia Mental Health Association. In this event, we got to collect every vendor's 100 per day. In total, we have 27 vendors, so we got to collect more than 4,500 ringgit in Malaysia. So for our expenses, we will spend it on the rental for the canopy, which is 420 ringgit, and also the printing flyers cost about 96. So that's the financial report I would like to present.
Okay, so at the beginning, when we are sourcing for our vendors, we actually face a few difficulties and challenges, which is most of the vendors are being reluctant in joining us because of their personal reasons. But of course, we didn't feel demotivated. Instead, we keep on trying harder to look for more vendors in order to keep our event happening on that day. And during the event itself, the vendors are being very friendly and cooperative in the way that they are complying to our initial floor plan and all. And of course, on that day, we also gave them some help in order for them to, for everything to work out nicely. Yeah.
And for this charity bazaar, I have a bad experience to deal with vendors. And for stationery categories, some vendors they feel that the rental fees is very expensive, and some of them wish to join us, but they are not free on that day as they have another event have to attend.
Okay, one of my vendors, Mary Kay, accepted our invitation to join our charity bazaar because they mentioned that they want to provide beauty class sessions to teach the girls how to take care of their skin by using a good skincare products and learn how to apply a light makeup to build up their confidence. However, the problems that the vendors faced on that day was there was not much student felt interest for the beauty class sessions. In order to help them to solve this problem, I invited my classmates and lecturer to support them.
Since Mali and I are international students, we thought, okay, as international students, let's add a global perspective to this, because since we are actually talking about mental well-being, we thought mental well-being affects everybody, but how can we contribute to a project here? So we thought of adding a global touch so that people from all walks of life can come together during our bazaar for a collective cause, right? Yeah. So for that, we decided we're going to have a Maldivian food stand.
And in order to pull this Maldivian food stand, we decided to contact the Maldivian restaurant that's near here in SS15. It's called Valley. We talked to them and we had a meeting with them, and
and they actually agreed to sponsor the material for our food, so it was a really good thing for us because it cut down the cost that we actually had to spend. So once they actually sponsored the material, Madi's mom was really kind enough to help us with deciding what kind of food we can actually sell. So after deliberation, we agreed on hedika,
which is snacks, basically Maldivian snacks. We also came up with having other foods from Maldives like boribai. Boribai is like sweet sticky rice, and we also had kurimas, which is like chili fish. And we decided to have different varieties of Maldivian food so that the students can have a taste of everything, most of the things that Maldivian people eat in a day-to-day basis.
And also because it was Ramadan and we have a lot of Maldivian students here, so we thought, okay, let's make something for them so they can actually take home for buka puasa. So yeah, all in all, we sold out on both days and it was really good, right? Yeah.
In this event, I'm responsible for helping my group's members to find different vendors to join our event bazaar. After that, I have found that there are little baker or shop with these Thai street food vendor as well to join our events. During that day, our group member have came earlier to set up their table and help those vendors before their business start on 10 AM sharp.
In this event, I also responsible for finding few vendors, but I couldn't find one vendor, and I changed to responsible for logistics on the 2 days event, for arranging all the table, chair for all the vendors to stand by before they come during the event on that day.
So for the first day of our events, the day that we executed the events, all our plans, all our ideas have finally come to reality. So what happened on the first day? Well, basically we started from at 8 o'clock and we ended at 5. But in between, there were many problems. When the vendors came, some of them actually were confused over which booths were they. But thankfully, we placed names all over on the booths, so then the vendors can be able to know which booths are theirs. Another problem that came up was the wind on that day, because the weather was actually very windy. Most of the vendors' clothes were being swept away. Their clothes products were being swept away by the wind. Another thing, so in that sense, we had to cancel out one of our booths, which was the game booths, and so that our members can actually focus more on the vendors during the time and help them out. We helped them by placing filled water bottles, tying them to their tablecloth so that they won't fly away, and we placed rocks over their clothes stands so that they don't fly away as well. For day 2, however,
so day 2, we start up the vendor on the second day, which seemed quite well on the first day, except one of the vendor had to leave early since the product went bad and cannot be sold to customers.
So on a note, both days were actually ended on a very high note. We ended right on time, the vendors left on time, and they even expressed, most of them expressed actually, that the event was actually quite good for them. So we really want to thank them, and we also would like to thank Indy as well for actually helping us out with the event.
And right now, we're going to be presenting on the results of our bazaar and what we have observed during the day. So firstly, I'll start off. Our bazaar atmosphere has been really good. It has hyped up the campus and make it really lively, and musics were playing in the background. Secondly, the crowds respond fairly well, especially on Tuesday when a lot of students were around. One of the vendors, specifically the temporary tattoo, I think the name is go by Habitat Tattoo, they received so much response. A lot of students were flocking to their booth, so that's where we know what actually attracts and appeals to students. And thirdly, I would say even a lot of staff also expressed a satisfaction to its bazaar, and a lot of vendors that came, they were very happy with the result because they managed to cover their expenses and they managed to generate some profits.
During this event, we got vendors more than our expectation, and we get to gain around 4,000 to 5,000 of funds, and this is also out of our expectation. So overall, everyone is happy during this event.
Yes, and we are very glad our bazaar turnout was really good. There wasn't much problems even with vendors. We had really nice vendors joining us, and all our group mates were very participative and displayed teamwork wherever there's needed. And that is all for our presentation.
Thank you.